I've pushed all the buttons. I've made all the things go. I've made all of the switches flip in the right direction. So it's live time. Hello, Happy New Year's. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the show. Today is going to be a weird one. It's going to be a very weird one. It's one that I'm actually considerably nervous about. Because today I am fulfilling my end of the bargain for my subscriber goal on Twitch for December. We made it to 20 subscribers, and so I am going to be doing the subscriber deal that I said I would do, in that I am going to be painting tonight an entire mini, this entire mini, as a matter of fact, using nothing but these. All fingers. We are finger painting this entire mini. And I want to talk about the finger painting challenge for a minute before we start. You see, I had this dumb idea that I was going to finger paint a mini on the stream, a couple weeks ago. Because a friend of mine said, hey, you should do more dumb shit on your stream. And I said, okay. And then immediately after coming up with this idea and announcing it on the stream and putting the subscriber goal up, saying, hey, we're going to do a finger painting challenge if we can get 20 subscribers in December, immediately after that, one of the best miniature painters in the world put up a Instagram post of an amazing piece that he did. If I had, if I was a smart streamer, I would have that like pulled up and like ready to show you, but I don't, because I'm not. He put up this beautiful piece that he had done, and said, I did all of the base coating using finger painting. And this is one of the best miniature painters in the world, so it's a beautiful piece. You would never guess that it was finger painted. And then a few days after that, a miniature painting YouTube channel that I'm a subscriber to put out a video where they were like, hey, this world famous miniature painter did a finger painting miniature. I'm going to do one too. So it may seem like I'm jumping on the miniature painting with finger paints bandwagon here, but I came up with this idea independently on my own. Whether it's a good idea or not, that's a very different question. But it is a thing. Everyone's finger painting now. For some reason that I just don't understand. I am trying to mute my phone because all of a sudden the audio decided to start working on my phone. Awesome. Hey. So, what are we painting? What are we going to paint tonight? We are going to be painting this little guy right here. This is the bronze dragon, the ancient bronze dragon from Miguel Zavala. I'm 100% sure that I just butchered Miguel's name. Better known in the 3D printing world as MZ4250. This guy, in the last few years, has 3D modeled a 3D printable version of every single Dungeons and Dragons monster from all of the source books, from all of the adventures, from the entire monster manual. He currently has a library of 2,600 3D printable files on his Patreon. All for free. They've all been released to print for free. And so I'm going to be painting one of his. This is his Ancient Bronze Dragon, which, as you can see, I have already primed. I've said for weeks now that I am going to prime it with a spray can primer, not my fingers. However, hey Pius, good to see you. However, the rest of this mini is in fact going to be painted by finger painting. Now, one last thing before we begin. This is going to be a blast. I'm super looking forward to this. I'm super nervous about this because I have no idea if it's going to work. I have no idea how this is going to fly, but we're gonna give it hell. Feel free, while this is going on, feel free to visit the About section on Twitch at twitch.tv/dungeonbrush. Yeah, Greta, we're finger painting a Durgan. Feel free to visit that about section, twitch.tv/dungeonbrush, and click that donate button, or send a little tip on the Venmo. This is going to be a blast, and I am going to be wasting some serious paint here, so any little bit of financial help with this nonsense goes a long way. So, I guess with that out of the way, we shall begin. Now, I'm going to be doing a lot of metallics on this, because this is a metallic dragon, a bronze dragon. So first, I want to make sure that I get a nice base coat under it, and I'm going to do that with this burnt umber. I can already tell that this is going to be a nightmare getting a smooth base coat. I also put zero thought into how I'm going to transition from one paint to another. Am I just going to use like a different finger for every paint? Am I going to get up and wash my hands? Am I going to dip my finger in the rinse cup? I don't know. Now again, if I was a smart streamer, hey Nick, if I was a smart streamer, I probably would have like worn some gloves, because the oil from my fingers is going to absolutely interact with the paint negatively. I'm gonna do this stream, and then tomorrow the sub numbers are just gonna crash. All of my subscriptions are gonna cancel because, like, well, we got our finger painting video. That's what we were here for. Maybe I'll make this a regular thing. I don't know. This is the first time I finger painted anything, probably in the last 10 years. I don't remember the last time as an adult I finger painted. This base coat is absolutely trash. This looks so bad. But we'll get it. We'll get it. We just got to get a relatively even coat of this burnt umber across the entire dragon, because this is going to kind of give the metallics that I'm going to use a base that isn't just black.
Incoming call.
Oh my god, who the fuck is calling me? Go away, go away! Wow, that was loud and annoying. My phone is connected to a Bluetooth speaker, evidently. Oh man, how am I getting in there? Good grief. This is already super ridiculous. Ooh, I gotta really watch going back over areas that are drying, because I literally felt paint pull up under my finger just now. One of the things I've been trying to work on over this last couple weeks of miniature painting is my patience. Is waiting for layers to dry before adding a new one, because I've been getting this like rough, grainy texture in some of my minis, and it's because I'm going too quickly, and it's pulling paint up underneath the new layer that I'm doing. Oh, that is... Look at that. Look at that. We're getting somewhere. Look how bad that coverage is. Oh my god. That is 100% to blame on the oils in my skin, causing the paint to not want to go down smooth. Happy New Year's, Ma. My mom's watching on Facebook. I figured out a halfway decent system on checking Facebook comments and Facebook viewers. So I get to see the Facebook comments finally. So if you're watching on Facebook, hello. Feel free to join in the conversation, so I'm not just like sitting here talking to myself. Feel free to throw me a little tip this way to help me replace all this paint that I'm going to be wasting on what is sure to be the worst paint job of 2020. Ow. Little spiny bits at the back of his wings. They're actually quite sharp. This is already just the most ridiculous thing I've ever done. Now, I made a commitment to myself that if I was going to do this finger painting nonsense, that I was going to do the best in my ability, the best of my power, to make this look like a semi-decent paint job. And, we'll see. Can't like the amount of layers I'm gonna need just to get a decent coverage with this brown, with this burnt umber. My natural instinct is to take the burnt umber all the way up to the tip, and I don't want to do that because those little pointy bits at the end of the fingers on the wings are going to be black. Looks like I've dipped my finger in somebody's hot cocoa, which is the nicest way I can think. That's probably the nicest thing that my finger looks like right now. It is blowing me up. Why is it that it's always right when I start streaming that I get like 7 news articles and 10 Twitch notifications and 3 phone calls? Ridiculous. Now, I did have some minor problems printing this piece. So there are going to be some like weird gaps in some places. But again, I'm going to do my best here. Finger painting for makeup application, actually, I mean, I've done that. I've done, like, eyeshadow that way, but there's some little tiny bits in here that getting paint to is just not going easy. Get in there, you prick. There we go. Good enough. Once I get the brown on and can start messing around with the metallics, I think that's when I'm actually going to have a chance of making something decent looking here. I need some smaller fingers. I thought about just to like be a cheeky little shit, like 3D printing a little tiny hand with a finger pointing out and then gluing it to the end of a paintbrush. I'm trying not to like you know, really go overboard trying to, like, I'm going to wet blend the base coat and, like, go ahead and start putting my highlights in on the base coat level. I'll do a zenithal highlight. Because I'm finger painting, for fuck's sake. Now, because the paint is going on so thick, it is drying very slow. Which means there are going to be several points in this model where we just stop. Because we will have to let some things dry. Some more paint. Burnt umber, also known as shit brown. Let's see, can I get a different finger in there, maybe? Hey, that worked. That worked. I'm getting somewhere now. God damn. It looks much better coated on camera than it does in real life. This is the easy part. This is the part where, like, I just get to slop paint around and not be careful at all because it all just gets to be the same color. Eventually, I'm gonna have to, like, start thinking about details. There's one of those weird gaps that I was talking about where I had problems with the printing. Ooh, how am I going to do that eyeball? I bet if I hadn't said anything, y'all wouldn't have even thought about it, but I'm thinking about it. How am I going to get that little itty bitty eyeball? Alright, we're going to take a second right here and just let some things dry because I'm running out of places I can hold this miniature by. Too much. Yeah, that didn't work at all. Tried to put my finger in the paint cup, in the rinse cup. All right, let's just get a paper towel. That kind of worked. All right, we're letting some brown dry. I kind of just want to let the brown on the wings that we did first. I want to let that dry so that I can pick him up and hold him upside down. In the meantime, let me have a little drink of my soda. Why is my camera doing that thing again? I'm up here, dick. Well, let's hang out down here then. Thank you, camera. I needed to get a, you know, a small drink. I don't know how I'm going to get that eyeball. I'm not able to get a thick enough coat to really do like any kind of coverage because the oils from my skin is just causing the paint to just slough off. It's getting there. All right. Can I hold you like that? I can hold you like that. Let's get the belly here. I've been trying recently to like really up my paint game. So I've been watching lots of YouTube videos, not just like on techniques and recipes for painting, but like kind of the mindset behind artistic endeavors, I guess would be the phrase. Something that, you know, isn't taught in high school art class, which is, you know, the highest art education I have. The idea that, you know, at least with miniatures, it's just plastic. If I mess it up, I can always just go get another one or strip the paint off and start over. So I've been really like trying to try new things and try techniques that I've never done before. And this whole mini painting with a finger thing, this is just for a laugh, but I mean, it is making me think about some things. Some things that I might, as a mini painter, take for granted. And how a brush works, and why my finger is not an effective paintbrush. I promise this is going to get more interesting once I'm done painting everything brown. Well, I'm not... The painting is going to get more interesting. I'm not, you know, making any promises about the stream. If you are watching on Facebook... Facebook, I'm afraid to say, is actually the worst viewing platform for this stream. So hop on over to twitch.tv/dungeonbrush or search Dungeon Brush on YouTube to watch live on either of those platforms. It's a much better viewing experience. The quality is much better. And it's not Facebook, which is terrible. I'm just going to shit talk Facebook until they kick me off. Unable to get paint in those crannies no matter which finger I use. So I won't worry about it. So Happy New Year's, everybody. It is the final hours of 2020. The year that we learned that all of the people we secretly suspected of being selfish fucktards are, in fact, selfish fucks. I should not have said that the way I said it. I acknowledge that and apologize. But the sentiment that I was after is still valid. People are shit. People have been shits all year, and now the shittiness of human beings has been revealed to us, so 2020 was an entire loss. Now we have proof. We have evidence. We have records and receipts of the people who are the worst of us. So that part's pretty great about 2020. What's the over-under out there for how long it takes me to get paint on my face? What do you think? I'm thinking like another 10-20 minutes tops. So what are some good things that happened in 2020 for you? Right, 2016 was just the teaser trailer for how garbage everyone was, and then 2020 was the feature release. Also, 2020 is seeing the death of the movie theater, which I'm for. You know, I love going to the movie theater. I love going to see movies, but movie theater as an industry is a total fucking sham. Start college, that's fucking great, dude. That's awesome. That's fantastic news, man. I dropped out of college in 2004, I think. And I don't really regret it most of the time, but I've thought about going back more than once. But I attribute that mostly to just my itchy feet. I like to do new things. I like to learn new things. Alright, I think I might have taken this brown about as far as I can take it in its first coat. So this is the wing we started on. Let's see what we can do for getting some proper coverage here. Turns out, no. Proper coverage just isn't a thing that's going to happen. It doesn't look terribly uneven on camera. That's because I'm using a dark color with a dark undercoat. So on camera, especially on this camera that only shoots around 1080p, which sounds awesome, but I have it zoomed in. And so for every 100% that I zoom the camera in to get closer to the Mini, I lose 100 pixels of resolution at 1080p. So unfortunately I've lost a lot of that already, and then I lose some in the transfer and the stream. But yeah, it's all kind of blending together in the lights and in the camera, but in real life you can definitely see a lot of black through that. I think we've taken brown about as far as we can take brown. Trying to get as much of the brown off of my fingers as I can before moving on to the next color, because I don't want to get brown in the other paints. It is, Eric, a bronze dragon. One of the metallic spectrum of dragons. Dragons that are inherently, due to their created nature, on the good spectrum of alignments. Alright, so we're going to let the brown dry for just a minute. Yeah, under here you can really see kind of the spottiness and unevenness of the coat, even in the camera. But, I mean, you know, we'll make do with what we got. So, what next? Next, I'm going to take some rose gold. Some kind of ruddy pinkish gold. I think I'm just going to focus on doing the belly next. And then we will get into our bronze colors. I don't know why I want to do like a pink gold on the belly. I just think it looked cute. Congratulations on the job, Greta. And it's dry enough. Let's get a little bit. Now we're going to start working it into metallic paints, which have a little bit of reflectivity to them. And I'm going to have to start being much more careful about what I'm painting. Ooh, gumbo. We had like a pseudo gumbo here a couple nights ago. And it had to be a pseudo gumbo because I'm a child and don't like shrimp. Just very carefully trying to paint only the belly scales, only the scales along the bottom of the tail and the bottom of the abdomen. Because I feel like spreading too much of this paint around will bite me. It will bite me. Doesn't look half bad though. There's a big wet spot of paint, of brown paint right there. I'm trying to avoid it. Okay, alright. We're getting somewhere now. It's a pretty color of paint. I went and bought paint specifically for this project because I didn't want to waste my good, very expensive paints doing what I am sure will be a completely ridiculous looking piece. But, you know, so far, it only looks mildly ridiculous. Just kind of going back and forth here. Working my way up from the tail to the neck, and then back to the tail. Just trying to get a relatively even saturation of this gold tone. The paint lays down differently depending on which way I'm moving my finger because of the shape of the scales. Right, if I get a little bit, you know, off track, if I like get some paint some places I don't mean to get it, that is okay right now because I'm going to be coming in and painting over a bunch of shit. Alright, a little bit more, I think. Come back to the tail. Or what makes metallic paint, shiny, what makes it metallic is it has mica flecks in it. It's got flecks of mica stone. And when it's laid on with a brush, the way the brush moves the medium, it actually encourages all of those mica flakes to lay more or less the same direction. My finger is not doing that. So that looks crazy pants right now. Alright, come on. Nice and bold there, thank you. Awesome. Alright, there's the rose gold belly. A belly of rose gold. Clean that up. Oh, I should have gotten more paper towels when I was out buying paint. All right, let's see. What next? What's next? Next. We still got some brown drying. So I don't want to get into the proper brass too heavily. Or do I? Or do I care? Do I care? I don't think I care. I think I'm going to start with our proper gold tones. And then, we'll just avoid the wet spots for a minute. Alright, here we go. Ooh, that is very, very translucent. That is far more translucent than I was expecting it to be. So this is going to take a minute, I think. I mean, that's fine. Because, I just did 2 quick coats in the same spot. We got a nice, vibrant gold here. One of the reasons I chose brown as an undercoat is because I couldn't find a metallic paint that really had that brassy, bronzy red tone in it. So I wanted to put that in the undercoat. So I want a little bit of red to come through, and I may have to go in and do some paint mixing to make that happen. Because this is a little bit too gold for me. Our brass dragon's looking a little gold. Bronze dragon. Bronze, sorry. I always get brass and bronze confused. Not just in dragons, but in just colors. One of the things we're going to be doing, too, is we're going to be doing verdigris. We're going to do some greens. Because if you look at any of the official Dungeons & Dragons art, going all the way back to the 3rd edition of the Bronze Dragon, they have green in their wings. They've got, to almost look like verdigris. So we're definitely going to be doing that. Look at our dragony boy there. Get in there. I severely underestimated how pain in the ass getting into some of these nooks and crannies was going to be. There we go. Look at that. Nice, bright, vibrant, and with that brown undertone giving us some shade and some shadow and some texture. I'm kind of feeling that. Hey, no problem, Pius. Always nice having people hanging. Holding on to this wing is being a little bit more difficult. For those of you who are just joining us, I can see people like coming in and out on Facebook. I am doing this entire miniature, this entire model of a bronze dragon by Miguel Zavala, entirely by finger painting it, the whole thing. We're just going to see how bad it turns out. So far, now we started getting some of the metallic on it. I'm not hating it. Looks pretty nice. If I can get some gold down in these little nooks and cranny bits, that would be great. Maybe if I use a smaller finger. All right. There's the back of our wings, which I think are looking pretty good, all things told. Let's give him a little gold on his head here. Too mas. Ooh, be careful there. Sorry if you can't see what I'm doing here in this little crevice, because I can't see it either, actually. I did find a nice big pocket of wet brown paint, though, that I'm going to have to go in and do something about. Anybody else doing anything fun for New Year's besides watching a weirdo finger paint a dragon? Tell me about your plans. COVID has pretty much ruined any opportunity I have to be social outside of my own little family here. So I will live vicariously through you. And if this is your first time watching the stream, watching me paint, it's normally not finger painting. Heavy drinking absolutely counts, Eric. The wings actually paint pretty quick in this gold. It's actually quite nice. And I've done worse paint jobs with a brush than what I'm seeing here. Get this wing. I think this paint might be drying a little bit on the palette because this is getting more difficult. Either that or I'm actively getting worse. Either possibility equally valid. Also, it turns out dragons are covered in little sharp pointy bits. It makes holding on to them very difficult. And I imagine that is true in any scale. Ah, there are these things on the front of the legs I wanted to do in the rose gold and I forgot. Well, we'll come back to them. I don't know. If I go quiet every once in a while, y'all, I'm focusing. I'm not, you know, I don't know. I'm trying to focus, and there's only so much, you know, talking to oneself that one can do. So I apologize if I go quiet every few minutes. Yeah, anyway, I was talking about YouTube videos earlier. I've watched some like philosophy of art videos, and you know, mostly what it comes down to is you know, have the brains and the balls, the fortitude, the courage to do things that make no sense, to do things differently, to do things you know, that you've never tried before, or that you've been told don't work before. Try things, figure things out. Paint bravely. Yeah, Rue is no joke. And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to paint bravely. Set myself a goal that I don't even know if it's physically possible, which is to finger paint an entire dragon, start to finish, to the best of my abilities. I'm, you know, no half-assing it. We're going to be doing some shading and some highlighting, and shaping of light values, and all kinds of stuff with finger paint. And if that's not painting bravely, I don't know what the fuck is. There are definitely some parts of this dragon I wish I had painted as sub-assemblies, like painted it before I put it together, because some of this is a pain in the ass. Like this tail is not easy to paint. Finger painting! Welcome to the show, Katie. Finger painting a Durgan. Which is not easy. Holy shit. We've been known to tinderbox a motivational speech every once in a while. Normally it's after some dumb fuck in the audience tried to heckle me, and then I got mad and yelled at him. But it has been known to happen. Yeah, I mean, it's, you know, and it's not exactly like, this is not exactly new philosophy either. You know, it goes back to that you know, mom motivational poster that, you know, do one thing a day that scares you kind of thing. You know, try one paint technique a day that you have no idea what the fuck you're doing. Which is what I've been doing lately. Which roughly translates to I've ruined quite a few minis lately. But I'm learning. I'm learning things. I can get that little bit of neck there. Got it brown. Surely I can get it gold. There we go. A little bit more on the tail here, I think. Yeah. Hard to see what I'm doing on this tail because of the way it curves around. I got a new painting light for Christmas. It is the light of 1,000 suns up there. It's like an 1100 lumen fucking LED lamp. And I still can't see because of the fucking shadows. There we go. There we go. Alright, back of the neck. Yeah, there's like a corner of back that I can't get to with any of my fingers. So that's just gonna stay unpainted, I think. Nothing I can do about it. We've got one, maybe two more like broad colors that we're gonna do, and then we can actually get into the fun shit of trying to finger paint some details. I think it might be about as I can do more on the legs, and I can get his chin here. Ooh, got some gold teeth. Fingers can't fit in corners, it's true. That's just science. I highly, highly doubt that. It looks better on camera than it does in real life. It's all trick photography. Good lighting is key. You are correct. And I have, Jesus, I've got an LED lamp up there. I've got another one up there. I've got another one over here. And I have another one right under the camera right there. You little bastard. Get painted. There we go. At this point, it's just going back and like, oop, I forgot to paint that bit. Better paint it. Or, oops, rubbed all the paint off that. Ooh, Eric gave you wine. Tell Eric to bring me some wine. I want some wine. I think I've got champagne upstairs. Jen is currently, I believe, fighting the putting the kids to bed fight. So maybe when she's done, I'll get her on the stream to drink a mimosa with me. Have some New Year's champagne. I think that's about what I can get with the gold. I think. So let's go back in with the rose gold. Do the front of the legs here. Or pinky gold. Yeah. Better. Got to do the toes. Process of doing the toes, mess up the shins. Ooh, tequila shots even. It's New Year's, fuck it. We've almost made it through the hellscape that is 2020 and into the hellscape known as 2021. Big old line of gold that I missed right there. There we go. There we go. That's that rose gold. Let's go back and do a little bit more of it on the chest and torso just to brighten it up a little bit. Then we can go in and start building some highlights and some light volume and reflections and all that fun shit. Alright, here we are so far. We're making some progress, I guess. There are some places that have not been painted, and that's simply because I cannot get my finger, like, in between this, like, flap here and the very back of the shoulder blades. I can't get my fingers in there, so they ain't getting painted. Alright, what's next? So, now what I want to do... Let's see. Yeah. Let's do the green on the wings. Now, this may go terribly, terribly wrong, and I may ruin all the hard work I just did. But we paint bravely. Oh no, that's gonna be nice. That's gonna be nice. So we're gonna go in and give that some shape. Kind of outline a little bit the area we want to put the green. Can y'all see that? The green starting to build. It's going on super, super, super duper light. But that's okay. That's kind of what I want. I'd rather have to build the layers up. It gives me a chance to control kind of where our green is. It's always better to apply several thin coats than one thick one, so I'm very happy that this is going on thin. You don't see the green in that wing yet? Through the light? Yeah, I can barely see it in the camera. That's okay. Just means we add more. There we go. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. I'm very happy with that. My painting buddy has made it to the basement. Cobra the cat. Biggest damn cat you ever did see. Turn green, fucker. There we go. This almost looks like algae, which is kind of cool. Wasn't what I was going for, but I'll take it. There we go. I think that looks pretty good for the green wing. Let's come up under here and do the bottom before we move on to the other side. And because my paint job here is so irregular, I'm having some spots where the green's going on much thicker than I want it to. I need to do some adjustment on the fly, but we can fix that later too in some later steps. And it's the underside of the wing. Who gives a fuck? Would you look at that? Look at this entire section of wing here that I didn't paint. What in the nonsense is this? Oh well. I'll get the green finished on this last little section here. And get back into our gold. And we'll get this part painted. I can't believe I did that. That's ridiculous. I mean, I'm not surprised that I did it because it's me, and I miss painting things all the time. But I had to have been looking at that the bottom of this particular wing for like 5 minutes. All right, there we go. Much better. Stops in Chicago. Hey, can never go wrong with your favorite beer. My favorite beer happens to be whatever beer I am currently drinking, which at this very moment is none. Which is just as sad as it sounds. There we go. Looking like something. All right, there's one wing, greened. All right. Looks pretty good to me. Move on to the next one. A&A for Eric. And going Mexican-Russian tonight for Katie. I will be having champagne shortly. Not at this very moment. Jen very so lovingly got us some mimosa makins. We've already crushed a bottle. Come on. This particular wing section, maybe it's the light, but it just doesn't seem like it's wanting to do what I want it to. Green's a little darker on this wing than this one, which I'm not super keen on. That's okay. I'm looking at it in the monitor because I get a little bit better picture of what's going on. The camera kind of normalizes everything where my eye tries to pick up too much at one time. Alright, let's flip her over and get to the bottom. We are moving right along at a healthy little clip here. We're only 80 minutes in, and we're getting into the fun stuff. Getting there. Almost done with the green. It's pretty surprising, honestly. I did not expect that to go as quick as it did. Let's give just a little bit more definition to the green out here on the edge. See how we like that. And if we like it down here, we'll go around and we'll do it to all the wings. Well, all sides of the wing. Nah. Nah. That's plenty green. Alright. Our bronze dragon has some verdigreed wings, just like the art for the bronze dragon. I'm actually pretty happy with how that green turned out. Ooh, if y'all look at it from the side, it really just very green into it. Very into it. Now we're going to take just a little bit of this green and run it down the spine here. Start here just to kind of figure out how we're going to do this. Damn it. Trying to do this without getting it on any of the gold we've done on the back and on the tail. Covering colors like this is just not working. But it looks like we're going to have to figure it out because I'm getting green all over the place. Man, it dries up on my fingers super fast. Again, you know, one of the things I'm fighting with this project is the oils on my finger. Oils in my skin and acrylic paints, which are water-based, do not get along. Alright, to hell with it. I'll just get in there and fix it. Let's make a mess and then fix it later, rather than trying to be super careful with this. Ah, too moss. Alright. It's good enough green on the spine. Let's go in and fix some of the green that I've fixed some of this nonsense. I tried to find some gloves to wear to do this so that I wouldn't be fighting skin oils, but still COVID-y. Still a little COVID-y around here. So gloves are still hard to come by. Alright, I am satisfied, more or less, with that green. More or less. Gloves are for quitters. You're right. You're totally right. Let's... Do I? No, I don't want to do that. Okay, here's what I want to do. Now it's going to start getting real tricky because I've got the green and the bronze about where I want it. Except for that little bit right there. It got green in it when it shouldn't have. Alright. Now we got to start doing some details. Which means I'm going to need to do the horns, the fingers on the wings, the claws on the toes, and the teeth. And I'm going to go ahead and do the teeth now because, well, I have an idea for how to do them. I don't think it's going to work. And it's kind of my only option if I keep this purely finger painting. Let's get some... So our teeth color here, which is just a bone color, which I use on almost every miniature that I paint. Alright, let's see what we can do here. I need a fingernail. Why did I trim my fingernails the other day? Well, that painted one tooth. You know what? Let's do it like this. Let's get in there and get all them teeth. And all of the front of his face, too. And then we'll go back and we'll just clean it up with the gold. Surely that'll work. What could possibly go wrong? Answer, everything. Everything could go wrong. Okay. Well, now he's looks like a, you know, he's been diving dragon face first into some yogurt. Or he's got a facial going on. Alright. Get any wetness off there. No, motherfucker. Alright, come on now. Focus, Zach. Focus. Nope. Okay. Gonna have to go all the way back down to the brown. All the way back to the brown to cover up that bone color. I need to let all that dry first. I'm doing that thing where I'm super impatient, trying to get things done that don't need to be done yet. While we're waiting for that to dry, I'm going to go and do the black on the toes. Should be relatively easy. Wow, just that little bit of black on the claws, on the toes, to giving them a little bit of definition and separation from the gold really makes a difference. Like, this looks a whole lot more done now. Just doing, you know, that one little tiny area. Now, how am I going to get to that toe? Well, pretty close. That whole foot could use some more gold. I'll do the wing spiky bits. Just giving the face plenty of time to dry so that I can go in and clean it up. are you moving? Having some paint difficulties here. I might have to switch to a different black. This one doesn't seem to want to go where I want it to go. And I think it might be the paint not being very good. This whole project has actually gone a lot smoother than I expected it to. We're only 90 minutes in, and we are getting awfully close to done. I hear a wild Jin approaching. Hello, my love.
You look so good. You're doing amazing.
I'm alright with him so far.
Just look at what these hands can do. That's awesome.
Still got some stuff to do. Still got some fixes to make. He looks like he's been brushing his teeth.
Yes, a little. That's so much better than what I could ever do, even with a paintbrush.
Oh, bullshit. I've seen what you can do with a paintbrush. You did it on the stream, you goon.
But it's really good. You did a good job. It's not even done yet.
No, it's not. I still have... I mean, really, like, I think I have more to do than I actually have left to do. Like, I've got to do the rest of these, like, protrusions. Got to, you know, get these black, get the ones on the around his head black, and then fix the face. And then I'm going to go in and do some specular highlighting, which just means highlighting where the light is hitting him.
Okay.
Just to, like, finish him up. And then just clean up my mess, really.
I love the very professional looking paint palette.
Oh, yeah.
That you have here.
Going back to my roots of painting off a paper plate. I didn't want to use my wet palette because I didn't want the paints to be super wet and loose.
The transitions are very nice.
I still got a whole nother wing I gotta do. Shit. A little carried away with the green on this wing, evidently.
It's a bronze or a brass?
Bronze.
Okay.
Bronze dragon.
He's just been around a lot of water, maybe?
Well, if you look at the art, I was actually just saying this on stream not that long ago. If you look at the art going all the way back to 3rd edition D&D, bronze dragons have green verdigreed wings.
Oh, that's awesome.
Like every time we look at the monster manual and we see the bronze dragon, you go, "Ooh, that's the one that I like because it's green." That's.
I have the memory of a goldfish.
I love you. Can you do me a favor?
Would you like a mimosa?
I would love a mimosa. Oh my god.
Yes, I can get you one. I'll be right back.
Thank you, my dear. See, now that's an awesome partner. She came down here. She complimented me. She argued with me when I said I wasn't doing as good as I thought I was doing, and then she offered me alcohol. We should all be so lucky. Oh, we love you too, Katie. Mimosas for New Year, mimosas for Wednesday, mimosas for just mimosas. I'm pro mimosa anytime. Maybe the paint up here on the horns is a little bit wetter than everywhere else, but I'm having a hell of a time getting any coverage out of that. There you go, he's starting to look like something now. Alright. Okay, Promosa. That's right. I am on the Promosa ballot. Alright, let's get some brown back on this face and tone this gold down. Then we'll get in here and fix these teeth. It's the teeth that I wanted to make that dumb, like, paintbrush out of, like, a little 3D printed hand, because then I'm still finger painting. It's a finger. But I didn't do it.
Did you show him the hand?
What?
Or didn't you print off a tiny hand?
No, I was going
okay.
to. I decided that would be cheating. And so I didn't do it. And now I regret that decision. Now I'm having to do quite a bit of his face over from scratch.
Oh, Katie, we love you too. I'm all up in your business over here. Just tell me if I'm in the
You're
way.
not bothering me a bit.
I like the blending of the gold and the copper together. Bronze, I guess that's what that is.
I jacked his teeth up quite a bit, but Jen, bug him more, she says.
Part of the deal. Now you get to paint while I'm shaking your chair back and forth.
I didn't get enough. I didn't get enough subs for that.
New goal. How many subs?
The next sub goal will be Jen violently trying to distract me. Head shaking finger painting. Still looking a little too gold there.
I think it looks very bronze, right? That's what it is.
Yes.
God, man. I will remember. Actually, no, I won't. I'll be 90 years old and I'll be like, what's that dragon that I like? Ooh, peach wine. Yummy.
Who's talking about peach wine?
Ellie Vanderton.
Ellie.
I mean, booze and orange juice is kind of like
Right.
amazing no matter what. Unless it's, you know, not. I mean, it's terrible. I don't know. What would not be good with OJ?
Gin.
Gin? What about tequila?
Katie, how is tequila and OJ? Because from here, that sounds horrific. Kind of a derpy little smile he's got, but
I like.
I got some teeth painted in. Mexican screwdriver. That sounds right. And we got the teeth painted in. We got the claws painted in. Alright, let's do some highlights.
What kind of paints did you get?
Shitty cheap ones. That is very bright. That is crazy bright.
Oh, yeah.
Stuck my finger in the black horn that I just worked so hard on. It's alright. Risk of finger painting.
Do you want to do the top one?
Mm-hmm. No, I'm alright.
It's alcohol promotion. Uncle Eric just wants to have fun. Did you read all of that?
Yeah. Just going in with this crazy bright gold just to give it some pop in the middle of the wings. And it's working. This highlight right here, that is not the light from above. That is paint. I'm pretty happy with that, actually. See if we can get one over here.
Yeah, that's brightening that up a lot.
I don't want to do it everywhere. I just want to do it at the highest points of the wings here. Just to give it some panache. Some zhuzh. We're gonna do a thing here in a minute. Just give him some of that zhuzh on his head. Let's go back in and fix the horns that I just fucked up. What was the thing that I was about to go do? Fuck, forgot. There was something else I was gonna do to him.
What about his little toenails or something?
Did that.
Or,
I've done the highlights.
okay.
While I was doing the highlights, I looked and I saw something that I could do, and I went, "Oh, I'm gonna do that," and I can't remember what it is.
All of his little
Oh,
scales.
oh! I have to keep the promise that I made when I painted the snake, and that is that I am going to dry brush gold over everything green I ever do again. So we're gonna give the green on the wings a little bit of glitz. Come back down to our mid-tone gold.
Are you doing music on here?
Yeah, music's playing. I couldn't get the Twitch soundtrack thing to work, so I just went back to my royalty-free playlist. I just took the songs out that I thought were the ones that got me in trouble with the DCMA. All right, got some zhuzh on the green there. I think I've got his face about as cleaned up as I'm gonna get it, which is pretty fucking rough. Now, just to be a shit, the final touch. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna leave it up to chat. The final touch on this dragon. I can call it done as it is, as it sits. There's really not much else I can do to this majestic bitch.
Wow, you got done fast.
I know, I'm very surprised at how fast I went through that. Or I can paint the eyeballs, but I'm gonna have to have a brush to do it.
Oh, I don't know.
Because look how recessed they are. Look how far back in there.
Oh, jeez.
There's no way I can get a finger in there. Cheers to that.
I'm dumb.
So, chat. What do you think?
Who's all in chat right now?
Katie and Ellie, and I think Pius is still in here, but he's got company, so he's in and out. Damn, getting the black on these fucking horns. The cover is just being a nightmare.
Use your fingernail.
My fingernail is not anywhere near long enough, because that was my original plan. But for some dumb reason the other day, I trimmed my fingernails. So I don't have enough. Here, you can see. I don't have any fingernails long enough to get in there. And it's like, it's fucking in there. Put it in your mouth and spit. Oh, okay. I like spit the paint on it. I got it. I was
no,
like,
because we were talking about how your finger wouldn't fit.
oh yeah.
So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I follow now. Who's dumb now? Pull hairs from my beard and use those.
Oh man.
Oh, okay. My beard hair long enough?
I think you could use an eyebrow hair.
Katie, I need to know that you just heard what Jen just said. The sick burn that just got laid upon me.
I love you.
God damn it.
There's a long one like
all right,
right
yeah.
here.
Grab it.
You want me to pull it
yeah,
out?
get it.
Okay. Oh no, I didn't do it. It just like just hurt you on accident. Okay. Do you have tweezers down here?
Do I have tweezers down here? No, I don't think I do actually. I have hemostats.
That'll work.
Here.
Okay.
Grab me a beard hair.
Here. Do you want a low one?
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Don't.
My good
Not
Lord.
a white one.
Oh, okay.
I like those. I want to keep those.
Do you want another burn? It's really hard to find one that's not white.
Ha ha!
Oh my Lord. Okay.
Katie said eyebrow hair.
The white ones are
Just
the ones.
grab it.
Okay, all right,
Just
I'm
grab
doing
it
it.
here.
I'm doing this one. It didn't happen. It didn't happen. There.
Ah, okay. We have a brush.
Oh my good lord.
I'm gonna fashion this. Why is the follicle on that so big? Oh my god. I am a monster.
Well, there you go. That's you have very healthy beard hair.
God. Oh my god, this is... I'm gonna need like 6 more. I'm gonna need to actually like fashion a brush.
Finger painting compliant brush.
A finger paint compliant brush. It has to be made out of my beard hair. I don't know if the camera can pick that up, but look at the follicle on that motherfucker. It's huge.
Wait, what does a pore refiner do? Does it make them smaller?
I think it makes your pores smaller.
I need that for my forehead.
All right, here we go. We're gonna try this out. Actually,
yeah, there you go. I'm gonna laugh. This is gonna be like the best paintbrush you ever had, and it's just one single beard hair.
well, conveniently, I can grow more. It's actually working surprisingly well. Big glob of dried paint on the end now. There we go. Oh, I just got blue paint all over this fucker. God damn it.
Says the camera zooming in on your face, in and out on your face is totally working for this.
Dramatic camera work. Alright, I just have to fix the fuck up that I just did. And I can call this here dragon done.
Beautiful. Gorgeous.
Alright, I think if I can get the goddamn black on the horns to cover up the gold, that we're done. That we did it.
I like his monkey horn.
We did an entire miniature using nothing but fingers, paint, and one beard hair. And really, I used the follicle rather than the hair itself because it held more paint. Y'all, and it doesn't look half good. It looks pretty fucking terrible, actually. Actually, I've done much worse. I'm hating on it, but, I've done worse. I'm going to get a picture up on my Instagram. Instagram/dungeon_brush, because somebody was already using dungeon brush.
I think he's beautiful.
And I'm pretty jazzed about him. And he'll have pride of place in the garbage can next to my miniature display case. No, he'll actually be up on the shelf this evening. And no, that was actually a lot of fun. And I'm also en mess. And I wasted a lot of paint. Literally, dungeon. I gotta get on Instagram and grab that screen name real quick.
Dungeon_brush.
Dungeon_brush. Now, what the fuck am I gonna do for like another hour?
You can show him your cool ornament you made.
Is
And
it dry yet? Can you get it down for me? Can you pull the tweezers out of the door that it's hanging on? How's that dry?
It's still looking.
It's still pretty
opaque.
Still pretty opaque. I mean, it's clearing up. So
Yeah.
I did. Let me get in my camera here. I gotta get that out of the way. Get this over here. Switch this over to zoom mode. I made this Christmas. I painted this Christmas ornament today. This is for a competition. This was like the free model that you could paint. You could basically do any Christmas related mini, but then they gave one for free. And these, when they dry, will look like ice. Neat. Restream just announced that, I got 100 messages, which is fine. Anyway, I made that. I'm gonna hang that back up to dry. Will you stab that back into the door, please? Lovely. All right. Well, since we finished the dragon, I am going to be taking a quick cigarette break, and then we'll come back here and we'll figure out what the fuck is going on next. I'll be back momentarily. We're back. I'm back. I don't know if you're back. I'm trying to bring my chat back up. Greta, have a great night. Happy New Year. Get wrecked. Wreck shit. Had my break. Had a smoke. Took a picture of a dragon. And now I'm kind of at a loss for what to do. I kind of expected that finger painting experiment to last a lot longer than it did. So we got two options as far as I can tell. We can hang out and just like chat, and or I can paint something else. There's other stuff hanging around here that I can paint. So we do that. I don't know. I could pop over to Skyrim and play some video games. You can watch how badly I cheat at Skyrim. I cheat so bad. Anyway, I'm pretty happy with our dragon. I gotta admit, I didn't think that it was gonna come out nearly so good. But I'm pretty happy with him. He's gonna hang out on my shelf with all of the other miniatures that I painted on the stream. The stream miniatures have their own shelf, and I'm pretty happy with him. Ooh, you know what we could do? We should do a 2020 Dungeon Brush retrospective, and we can show off all the minis that we painted on the stream. Well, I can't show them all off because some of them, it turns out, were against the terms of service of Twitch, and could have gotten my channel banned. Oops. But we did pretty good. I'm pretty proud. Pretty proud of the dragon. Pretty proud of the channel. Like, this has been a lot of fun. I'm really enjoying doing the Twitch stream stuff. I'm really enjoying, just really just kind of hanging out and having someone to talk to while I do my hobby. And even if I'm just talking to myself, it's been nice to like just have an excuse to ramble on. But yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think we should do? Because I mean, we're done with the dragon, and I don't think I've got anything else that I could finger paint. I only have so many colors in paint that I don't mind wasting. So what's everyone? Okay, let's do this. If you're in chat right now, let's talk New Year's. Let's talk. What are you going to be doing in old 2021? Now that the hellish year that is 2020 is coming to a close ever so soon. What's everybody doing next year? What are goals? I've got goals. I want to grow the channel. That's one big thing. I really want to grow the channel. And I really just want to get better at painting. I've been painting miniatures for, as near as I can tell, somewhere between 13 and 15 years. And I just, in the last month or so, really improved. Even comparing like the miniatures that I was doing when I first started the stream in October compared to the miniatures I'm doing now, I've really only improved in the last little while. Ellie, have a great night. Love you, miss you. Have a great New Year's. Be safe, have fun. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Where'd my mimosa go? There it is. So yeah, that's 2020. That's 2021 for me. Is I want to keep improving. I want to keep entering competitions. I have a competition that I'm going to be special effect on my Christmas ornament that I painted dries. Going to be submitting that. I have another competition piece that I'm going to be starting very, very soon. That will be due end of January. I have a couple, actually. I think 2 or 3 that I need to submit for by the end of January. Yeah. And another, like, I also kind of want to start getting a little bit more involved in the miniature painting community, question mark. There's really not a scene for mini painting here, but in other places in the world, it's a huge deal. So, you know, I'm trying to make some friends that paint in other places and just kind of grow as a painter and grow some personal relationships with other painters so that I can quit being such a damn scrub. I would like to say that we're going to be getting Tinderbox back on the road in 2021, but it is not looking likely. 'Cause the world just won't stop fucking ending. But Tinderbox will be back out eventually. We will rebirth the Tinderbox before long. There's Jen. Had to finish her cigarette, I guess. NP. Yep. I just peed outside.
I like how it zoomed in.
Yeah, it's dramatic. I love the dramatic, like, it's so ridiculous. It's supposed to be like...
You're like, I peed.
It's supposed to just, like, follow your face if you're a person that, like, moves around a whole bunch. But it's not very good at it. So it just does, like, these dumb camera moves constantly. And I love it. I think it's so funny. So yeah, what am I painting next time? Saturday. Oh, Saturday. So Saturday, I'm streaming again. I'll be doing our Saturday stream Saturday night at 7 o'clock. And if I can arrange it, I am working on arranging a special guest. A special guest on the stream.
It's not me.
That's not Jen. Though Jen will probably pop in and out as she is wont to do. Yeah, I'm hoping if I can work it out, we'll have a special guest on the stream, Skyping in and streaming with me. So that's something to look forward to.
Mystery. Is it dry?
With the mimosa?
No, the dragon.
Oh yeah, the dragon. Yeah, it's dryish. I went ahead and got some pictures on break. Post on Instagram as soon as we're done streaming. Which looks like it's coming up pretty quick. Because I really don't have much going on for the rest of the stream. I'm pretty finger painted out. I guess I can show off the pieces that are coming up, I guess. That's a thing anybody be interested in.
Oh yeah, the stuff that you're doing for the competition.
Yeah, so I showed off the Christmas ornament that I did for competition. That has to... I have a little over 2 hours for that to dry before I have to submit it. It has to be submitted by 12:01 a.m. January 1st. So, look at the camera ridiculousness coming this way. But then I am also going to be submitting this crazy dryad archer thing for a competition very soon. I have to have this one. I have the rest of January to paint this one. And I've already started it to a certain degree. I started the bow and arrow quiver, and I'm trying to work on painting in some shadow and some height. And I'm trying some techniques that some of them are working and some aren't. So that's definitely going to get painted on the stream sometime soon. because I want to put in some serious hours on that piece. And then there's a technique called non-metallic metals, which is where you paint something matte and not reflective, but in a way that looks like it is reflective. It's basically, what metal in art throughout history has been, but doing it on miniatures is a slightly different experience. And so I got this Knight Lady printed out just so that I have some armor to paint to practice that. So that'll be painted soon. And I like my little... She just sits on a soda top and screws onto my mini stand. I'm really happy with this mini stand. I just printed this yesterday. I'm going to print like 6 more. Yep. That's all I can really think to talk about. I'm really like struggling on conversation here. So I think we're just going to end it here for the evening. A big thanks to Katie and Eric for resubscribing for another month. That is super rad. Every subscription goes a little bit farther to making this stream self-sustaining, so cheers to that. And again, I will be back on Saturday for another stream, hopefully with a special guest, and if not, it'll just be my ugly mug painting some minis again. So we'll see you then. Everyone have a great and happy and safe and sexy and fun and stupid new year. Hopefully, here's to 2021 sucking just a little bit less than 2020 did. Have a great night, everyone. We'll see you Saturday. Bye-bye.